them up. How many of you are learning French?
What?
French.
Oh.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of you doing French. Leave your hands up. You're going to get tired. Add to that how many are learning Spanish. Spanish, hands up. Okay, now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And you already know it. Is that why your hand's only halfway up now?
No, I'm not a native speaker.
Oh, okay, okay. Why is your hand only halfway up then? Oh, okay. So usually in your second to third year, okay, put them down. Most of you. Now, is there a subjunctive in Latin?
Yes.
We learned that week 1 of Latin 2, pretty much.
Okay, okay. So, those of you who are native Spanish speakers, you've just always used the subjunctive. If your parents speak correctly, and that's always a whole another matter for all of us, right? But you've always heard the subjunctive used, right? And so you might not even know to call it subjunctive. It's not until you get into formal education in any language, in Spanish or in French or in Latin, that you learn that actually what it is. It's been something you've always heard and you learn to say it that way. Or if people are speaking poorly, you don't learn to say it correctly. You don't learn to say it that way. If I were you, I wouldn't do that. Have you heard that line before? That includes the English subjunctive. If I were you. But how many times have you heard that same line, if I was you, I wouldn't do that? Does that sound correct to you also? If I was you? If I was you, I'd go right now, before the storm hits. Or do you always hear, if I were you? Okay? We have a lot of people not know the difference and say it wrong. You might have parents who say it correctly, and if you have parents who say it correctly, then you've learned it correctly. But a lot of people, somewhere along the line, slipped with it. So, you don't have to be masters of the subjunctive your sophomore year, according to the state of Texas, but we have to expose you to it, you have to be able to recognize it, and you have to have some facility with it, some ability to work with it. You might get a question on the STAR test about it. So that's what we're going to do. I'm going to approach the subjunctive with you guys in 2 ways today. First, I'm going to show you a video that is going to feel really basic and dumbed down. Okay? But the ideas it presents are fully intelligent. It's just very slow because not all learners are quite as quick as you guys are. It doesn't mean you can't benefit from this. It's a 3-minute video. And then I'm going to go through and work a couple lines with you, and then we're going to start to take a look at the more difficult ways that it shows up in Shakespeare itself. So, here we go. Do you mind taking the blinds down for me? You probably don't need to film this part.